What's going on, guys? Joe's Reviews here, and today we're going to be doing a different video. We're going to be looking at two of the most popular broadcast dynamic microphones on the market for YouTube, podcasting, and live streaming. Those being the Shure SM7B, which I am talking into right now, as well as the, if I can get it out of the case here, the Electrovoice Re20. This is an Re20. There is also the Re320, which looks very similar to this, but this is just a black Re20. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be comparing the general audio of the microphones, which will be a blind test. I will assign one the letter A and one the letter B. We will also be doing a high-pass filter test, and I will also do a blind test of the microphones without the mic activator, which in this case I am using a Fethead, and we will throw in that blind comparison so that you can hear what the microphones sound like without a mic activator, just in case there is some change to the fidelity of the audio as a result of the mic activator. So, let's get right into it. This is a test with microphone A, with the Fethead and the gain set to approximately 50%. This is an audio test of microphone B with the Fethead, as well as the gain set to approximately 50%. This is a test with microphone A with the high-pass filter engaged. Again, this is microphone A with the high-pass filter. This is an audio test of microphone B using the high-pass filter. Again, microphone B using the high-pass filter. This is a test with microphone A with no high-pass filter and no Fethead. The gain is set to approximately 95%. This is an audio test with microphone B, no high-pass filter, and no Fethead. The gain is set to approximately 95%. So, now that you have heard all of the audio samples, I'm sure you have a guess as to which microphone is which. And there are some little key takeaways in those audio recordings that if you have watched other comparison videos between these two microphones, you will probably be able to decipher which microphone is which just based on those key factors. So when we look at these audio samples, the microphone listed A is the Electrovoice Re20. And the microphone labeled B is the SM7B. Now, when we look at these audio samples, the SM7B without the high-pass filter sounds a lot darker. It just sounds like my voice sounds a lot deeper, I feel like. Maybe not a lot, but at least a little bit deeper than it does with the Electrovoice Re20. Now, the SM7B is known as being a little bit of a darker microphone, and it really gives you that rich kind of speech pattern. And the Electrovoice, obviously, in comparison, is a little bit brighter than that microphone. And if you have watched a lot of comparisons, you would be able to determine that microphone A was the Re20, and I say that based off the fact that there are plosives present in that recording. And at the beginning of the video, you were listening to me on the SM7B, and now I am talking on the Re20. Now, other than the differences in the audio pattern, the difference between these two microphones is in the fact that the SM7B here, it comes with the yoke, which is a very nice mounting system. It does not come with a boom arm adapter. I think it's 3/8 to 5/8, where the Electrovoice Re20 did come with that. However, I'll get into that in a second. The SM7B also comes with the pre-installed windscreen as well as a larger foam windscreen. I'll throw a picture of that in the corner. I don't feel like digging it out. And when we look at the Electrovoice Re20, it comes with this little dinky L mount bracket thing. It does come with a case, which is kind of nice. It would be nice if the SM7B came with a case, because anybody that has more than one microphone, it's nice to have somewhere to store the microphone if you're using a different microphone at the time. It also does come with the 5/8 to 3/8 adapter. Now, I'm not sure if this is a result of buying the microphone secondhand. I did buy this on eBay. I will put a link to the eBay store that I bought it from in the description. I got this microphone for $370, whereas it would usually cost $450, and the SM7B costs $400. So, realistically, comparing those two price points, I think what you're getting with the SM7B, you're getting a lot more maybe value with the microphone, because you're getting the nice mount. You'll never need a shock mount with that. Whereas with the Electrovoice Re20, you might want to buy a shock mount, and the shock mount for this microphone costs an additional $100. Now, overall, when I listen back to the recordings, I do think that there is a slight edge to the Electrovoice Re20. I just feel like it sounds a little bit more natural. It doesn't sound so deep and almost kind of muffled. The SM7B sounds a little bit muffled. So I will say that I think for the application of spoken word on YouTube or in a podcast or even live streaming, I think the Electrovoice Re20 has the SM7B edged slightly. Now, again, both of these microphones are great choices. I don't think you're really going wrong with either of them. And if you think that the SM7B sounds better, go with the SM7B. If you think that the Electrovoice sounds better, go with the Electrovoice. You're not really going to be kicking yourself picking up either of these microphones, because they are very good choices. However, I will say that with the Electrovoice Re20, you may want to pick up a pop filter if you're going to talk into the microphone like this. I'm talking into the microphone like this during this portion, as well as the audio sample portion, because this is how I orient the SM7B. Now, I'll flip to a clip really quickly of how I would speak into this microphone to eliminate the issue with plosives, which is kind of just pointing the mic at the corner of your mouth rather than having it directly in front of your mouth. So here we are with the Electrovoice Re20 pointed at the corner of my mouth, and if I do a little plosive test, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. See, you can't really hear that plosive pop, which is the result of air being blown into the mic, because I'm speaking across the axis of the microphone rather than directly into the microphone. Now, I do think it is worth noting that both of these microphones are cardioid microphones, which means, or their polar pattern is a cardioid polar pattern, which means that they are front address at the front here, and on the sides they reject noise, and in the back they reject noise. So you're going to want to orient the mic in a fashion that has the loudest part of your setup at the rear of the microphone so that it can really reject that noise. For example, most people would place their keyboard in the back of the microphone, so it will reject most of that keyboard chatter. And I think that's pretty much it for this video. If I did miss anything that you want to know about these microphones, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll make a second video, or I will test it out and just send you the result that you want to hear or you want to know. But I appreciate everyone watching. I hope this helped you make your decision. As always, don't just take my opinion. It's important to get a lot of opinions. There's a lot of great videos out there on both of these microphones that I personally watched before I bought the microphones. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video and it did help you pick one of these microphones, leave a like, maybe consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.